You are not awake because you are not tired. You are awake because the moment you put the phone down, the room becomes honest. No screen moving, no sound, no small thing to hide behind. Just you, sitting there, the sofa beside you, the cold mug on the table, the lamp still on, and that quiet feeling you have been pushing away all evening. The day is over, but a part of you is still sitting there, quietly wondering, I was here all day. So why does it feel like I never really got to be in it? It is 10:17 p.m. The house has finally gone still. The dishwasher hums from the kitchen. There is a light you forgot to turn off. There is a cup near the sink. There is a jacket hanging on the back of a chair. Nothing is wrong enough to panic, but nothing feels fully finished either. Your body's tired. Your eyes are tired. Your shoulders feel like they have been holding the day longer than they should. You know, tomorrow will come early. You know, the video in your hand is not important. You know, you are not even enjoying it that much. But your thumb moves again. One more scroll, one more post, one more tiny change on the screen. Because the second everything stops moving, you have to fill the room. And the room feels too quiet. That is the part people do not understand. From the outside, someone could call it a bad habit. They could say, just put the phone down. Just sleep earlier. Just have more discipline. But they are not sitting inside your evening. They do not feel what it is like to reach the end of the day and realize your body's exhausted, but some part of you is still waiting. Waiting for what? Maybe not entertainment. Maybe not another message. Maybe not another video. Maybe just one small piece of the day that feels like yours. Because all day your attention belongs somewhere else. To work, to messages, to errands, to meals, to people who needed answers, to small problems that were not serious enough to explain, but still took something from you. You answered kindly when you were already tired. You stayed patient when you wanted to be quiet. You made decisions no one noticed. You kept the house moving, the work moving, the schedule moving, the little invisible things moving. And somewhere in all of that, you kept yourself moving too. Then night came. No one was asking for anything. The room got quiet. And for the first time all day, there was a small space that felt like yours. So you picked up the phone, and for a few minutes it helped. It gave you something to choose, something to skip, something to open, something to close, something that did not require you to be useful. That is why it feels so hard to stop. The phone is not just entertainment at night. Sometimes it feels like the last small corner of the day that still belongs to you. A place where you can disappear for a while. A place where no one can see how tired you are. A place where you do not have to explain why you are not ready to sleep, even though you are too tired to do anything real. So you keep scrolling. Not because every video matters, not because every post is interesting, not because every message needs you, but because the screen keeps moving. And for a little while, that movement covers the stillness in the room, but the screen never gives the rest it seems to promise. It only gives more doors. One video opens another. One message opens another thought. One headline adds a weight you did not ask for. One notification reminds you that the world can still reach you, even now. You picked up the phone because you wanted to step away from the day. But quietly, the screen keeps the day alive. That is why you can be exhausted and still unable to stop. Your body is waiting for a sign that the evening is real, a sign that nothing more is required from you. But the room is full of small, unfinished things. The kitchen light is still on. The cup is still near the sink. The jacket is still on the chair. The unread message is still there, not loud. Not urgent, but not gone. None of it is an emergency. But together, it keeps part of you leaning forward. Not working, not resting, just waiting. And when you are in that in-between place, the phone becomes easy to reach for. It gives your mind somewhere to go when your body does not know where to put the day. That does not mean you are weak. It means the habit is meeting a real need. Just not in a way that gives you back to yourself. Because maybe what you want is not another video. Maybe what you want is one moment that belongs to you without asking anything from you. A quiet minute where no one needs an answer. A room where you do not have to perform. A feeling that the day has finally let go of your shoulders. The phone can distract you from that need, but it cannot meet it because the phone is built to continue. Your body is asking for an ending. Not a perfect routine, not a big reset, not a promise that you will never scroll at night again. Just an ending. A small line between the part of the day that took from you and the part of the night that gives you back to yourself. This is where shame does not help. Shame says you should have more control, but maybe you have been controlling yourself all day. You controlled your tone. You controlled your patience. You controlled your tiredness. You stayed available when you wanted to disappear. So by this hour, you do not need another command. You need a signal soft enough for the tired version of you to follow. Call it the day closing signal. When the evening reaches the moment where you would normally sink into the sofa and start scrolling, do one small thing first. Give the phone a place to rest, not beside you, not in your hand, not face up where the glow can keep calling. Put it across the room, on the kitchen counter, on a small table near the door, on a charging shelf, somewhere close enough that you do not panic, but far enough that your hand cannot reach it without a decision. Then dim one light, just one. Let the room change. Let the room tell your body something different. A bright phone near your face says, stay alert. A phone resting away from your hand says, nothing more is needed right now. Then choose one quiet action for 10 minutes, not a whole routine, not a checklist. One closing action. Read 2 pages. Stretch your shoulders slowly. Write one sentence about what the day felt like. Lay out one thing for tomorrow. Sit with a warm drink and no screen. Stand by the window for one quiet minute. Tidy one small surface, not the whole house. The action is not there to make you productive. It is there to give your evening a shape. It is there to tell your body this is where the day stops asking. If 10 minutes feels too much, start with 5. If putting the phone far away feels too hard, place it face down across the room. And if your hand reaches for it, do not judge yourself. That reach is not failure, it is a message. It may be saying, I still want a piece of the day. It may be saying, I do not feel done yet. It may be saying, I need something that feels like mine. Listen to that honestly. Then answer it with something kinder than another scroll. A dimmer room, a slower breath, a page, a stretch, a single sentence in a notebook. A phone resting where the day can no longer keep reaching for you. This is general wellness information, not personal medical advice. If you have a medical condition, pain, sleep problems, take medication, or are unsure whether this habit is right for you, talk with a qualified healthcare professional. Tomorrow evening, do not wait until you are already exhausted. Choose the phone's resting place earlier. Before dinner, look at the kitchen counter, the shelf, or the small table near the door and decide, this is where the phone goes when the night begins. Then let the evening happen. Let the dishes happen. Let the sofa happen. Let the quiet come. And when that familiar moment arrives, when your hand wants to scream because the room suddenly feels too still, place the phone down before the old pattern takes the first step. Dim one light, do one quiet thing. Not because the phone is your enemy, not because you need to become someone else, but because some part of you has been waiting all day to hear one simple message. You do not have to keep being available. Tomorrow night, the room may look almost the same. The same sofa, the same cold mug, the same lamp, the same jacket on the chair, maybe even the same unread message, patient enough to wait until morning. But one thing will be different. Your phone will not be glowing in your hand. It will be resting across the room. And for 10 quiet minutes, you will not be proving anything. You will not be catching up. You will not be holding yourself at the edge of the next request. You will just be there, in the room, in your body, in the small piece of the evening that finally belongs to you. And maybe that is what you needed all along. Not more discipline, not more noise, not one more thing to do. Just a way to tell the day, you can stop reaching for me now. And a way to tell yourself, you are allowed to stop too.